Well, hi, welcome to my latest video. Well, on this one, I'm going to build a computer, but it's a special computer. It's for my granddaughter, Natalie. Hi, Natalie, how you doing?
Good.
She's going to be helping us today. So let me first show what's going to be in it, and then we can proceed. Well, let me start with the case. This is a micro ATX case, because that's the kind of motherboard that we have. It's got glass on one side, and filter on top, standard I/O ports. And you'll see that as we build it. I just wanted to introduce that as soon as we could. Now, the motherboard we'll be using is this ASUS Prime B550M. And it has Wi-Fi in it, plus several other really nice features that are built onto this motherboard. So you'll see those as we're starting to populate it with the various components. Now, the CPU that we're going to use today is the Ryzen 7 5700G. So this particular CPU actually has the ability to work without a graphics card in the PC. And that's how we're going to build it at first, with using the graphics off of the chip of the CPU. Maybe in the future, if when she gets a little bit older and she wants to do some advanced graphics, then we'll buy her a graphics card and we'll put that in instead of this. But for now, this is probably going to be fine. The memory that we're putting is going to be 16 gig of T-Force DDR4 memory, because this is a DDR4 system. We picked RGB with white heat sinks, so it'll look nice inside of this mostly pink but also white PC that we're building for my granddaughter. In terms of storage, we're going to be putting this 1 terabyte Sabrent M2 drive. That'll be the only storage that'll go in it initially. We'll see if it needs more in the future, but this should hold her for a while. 1 terabyte of this. She's not putting any big games on right now, but if that changes, then we may have to upgrade it and get some more. She also picked out this, a heatsink, because the motherboard does not have a heatsink for the M2 drive, so we decided we had to go and buy one. I'll open this up because it's interesting. This particular heatsink is RGB, so it not only will keep the M2 drive nice and cool, but I'll be able to connect it up and we can control it through the RGB, either through the motherboard or through software. We'll see how that works out. I suspect that through the motherboard it'll be fine for now. Okay, so we got a heatsink. The power supply will be this Corsair CX750 in white with RGB. Okay, now I've had this a while and just haven't found a use case for it until now. So like a lot of my components, I have some things on the shelf already that I just need to find a purpose for, and this is one of them. It is fully modular. It has white cables, so it should go very well with this PC. In addition to that, we bought an air cooler that is pink from Vitro. Okay, so that's also RGB, so that should really enhance the RGB in this PC, okay? Now, what else do we have? Well, I bought this kit, which has a keyboard, a mouse, and a mouse pad, and it also has a headset. Although, when she looked at this a little bit more carefully, she saw some better online, so we've upgraded that and bought this one, which has cat ears to it. And it's a little bit higher quality, so it should work out very well, but that'll be her backup in case something goes wrong with this. Both are pink, right? Also got this thing here, which is a stand for the headset. That'll go right on the same desk where she has her PC. What else do we have? Oh, I have some additional fans. These are also from Vitro, I believe. Yes, these are Vitro fans. These are 120 millimeter RGB. It's got a set of 3, and it has a little RGB controller and fan controller that comes with it as well. So that'll be interesting getting that into this. It's going to be fully packed. And then I think finally, I bought some power supply sleeves in pink, sort of a more hot pink. and it has enough for everything that we need to use. It has black tips, which is okay, I guess. I couldn't find any that were pink that had the white tips when I was searching for this, but now I recently looked and I saw a couple, but this will be good enough, right? So we'll have some extensions on the power supply that'll match the theme of this build, which is primarily pink. And I think that's about it. So these are all the parts that are going to go into it. And so now let's get started. And Natalie there is going to help me, right, Natalie?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to help what?
Build the computer.
Build a computer, yes. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, Natalie and I will now populate the motherboard. So let's open this thing up and get the motherboard out of this box. Okay, you all set to go, Natalie?
Yes.
Okay, good. So this is your antenna for your wireless when you're connected to the internet, right?
Okay.
So put that aside, and then...
I like the computer a lot.
Good,
I really
good.
do.
That's really nice. So let's open this up and take the motherboard out of this thing. Okay, we'll put it here. And there's a bunch of stuff. Let me put this aside for now. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Look. A whole bunch of other things in here. Look, I'll take this out.
Oh, I did not know that. You did not show me that at all.
I didn't show you.
You
so
did
we
not.
This is the I/O shield that goes on the case. So we won't use that until we put the case.
Okay. It's fine.
We have some instructions.
Oh,
This is the book that tells us how to do it.
instructions are kind of boring.
No, we need to do it to build a computer right. We don't want to get it wrong.
Okay.
So we need that.
It's just kind of boring.
And-
You can do it only, okay?
Okay. And these are some wires, but we're not going to use these right now.
Okay.
We don't need them.
Okay.
And then these we need. This is to put your drive in place, and I'll show
I
you.
love those.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I
how they
love
work.
gold.
Okay.
Are those screws?
Those are screws. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're going to use that. And we need the book. We don't need this. We don't need this.
I like this. Why is there like holes and stuff in it?
You'll see when we put it in the case.
Okay.
The back here is where those holes are going to be connected to.
Okay.
So let's put this back. And I need the top of the case. We're gonna build the motherboard on top of the case. The top of the
Okay.
box, I mean.
Okay.
So let me get this
I like
box.
that. It's really cool and I love it.
Good.
And there's other parts of my computer, but we don't need them right now.
No, we don't need them right now. No.
No, we don't.
So
We just only need the black parts.
Yeah, we're gonna build it on top of here. So
Yeah.
let me take the motherboard out of its bag. Okay. And then we'll get it here on top of this box. And you gotta be very careful with this.
And this is my grandpa that's talking.
Yeah.
But you just don't see him because
You
he's
see
like
this part
covering his
You see this
face.
part here? Look, those are where those goes through those holes.
I like the rainbow. It's like blue, green,
Okay.
pink.
Okay. So
I
we can put
really
that
like
aside
it.
then. Okay.
I like the rainbow in the back.
The first thing we got to do is we got to put the CPU chips in.
Okay.
So I'm going to take it out of the box, the CPU chip, and we'll put it on
Kind of
here.
funny.
Oh, I gotta open this up. Let me get my box opener. Okay, we got the CPU out of its box. We're going to install the CPU first because that's the most difficult, challenging part of this. Now, this did come with a cooler, but we're not going to use it.
And
Yes.
we are going to build it right now.
We're going to build it right now, yes. So there is a cooler here. It's one of the standard Ryzen coolers. But I'm just going to leave it in the box. We're not going to use it for this build. So this will be an extra to go on my shelf, okay?
And this you can't touch because if it comes staticky, gotta buy a new one.
That's right. That's
So-
right. We don't want to static it.
We don't want to touch it.
So we got to
No, but
open...
you're touching it.
I'm holding it up here in the safe part up here.
Okay.
But I got to take this latch off.
Oh.
So we got to take this and I got to push it down
Okay.
and then pull it up.
I don't want you to like break it or something.
No, I'm not going to break it. You have to do that to open it up. And now we're going to take the CPU out of its protective cover.
Oh, we can't bend that.
And what you got to do is
I'm
take it.
scared.
Don't be scared. You can take this very carefully and put it right in there.
We did bend it. Yay.
You want to help me?
Sure.
Okay, we'll both do it together. Take this, pick it up, and we'll put it right in here. Let me get the pin straight.
I'm scared.
There, it's in.
Yay.
And then we take it and we give it a little bit of a wiggle. We try to push this way and that way. And then once we're doing that, I like to hold it down so that the pins don't get out of whack, and I carefully put the latch back on. And now the CPU is in place.
Yep.
That's the main computer.
Yep.
Computer.
Yeah. It's a special computer.
And we're going to save this sticker. This sticker goes
Okay.
on your case later.
And this is a special computer for me for my birthday.
That's right.
Birthday party.
That's right.
It's my special birthday, and I'm going to tell you about something about my birthday. The birthday girl goes into like a little like door, and it closes on you and locks. And then tickets come down, and you got to catch how many you got.
Oh my goodness, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, we got this in. Now we got to put the memory in. Okay?
Oh.
And the memory
You
has
can only touch like these tops.
Yeah, so I'm going to open these up first.
And also you can only touch this.
Yep, I'm going to open these up
And you
first.
can touch that.
See these latches? Look,
Yeah.
they open up.
How?
It only opens on one side though, okay?
How?
They push them down, but they'll close automatically. We'll put the memory in. Oh, there's a seal on here. Another sticker that has to go on later.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of stickers we're going to put on your case later, okay? So we take this memory, take one at a time, and we're going to put it into the right place. So here's the first memory we're going to put. And the way it's going to go is it only goes one way, so we have to be very careful with that. We have to make sure we line up. There's a little notch in there. We have to make sure we line up that notch with the notch on the memory.
And then if it's done, I'm going to close it.
So we're going to push it into here, and then
When
I'm
it's-
going to need your help.
When it's done, I'm going to close it.
We got to push it down. You push your end, and I'll push mine. Ready? Just push that down.
Oh.
We're going to hear 2 clicks.
Oh, I did it. Mine did it.
Yep, you heard a click? Good. So that's the gray one, not the black one.
Okay.
So let's put this one in now.
No, I
Okay,
pushed
let me
mine.
get it in.
Oh,
Get it in the slot first.
no, I pushed.
Yeah, you push that side, and I'll push this side. Ready?
Yep.
Heard 2
Mine
clicks?
did it.
Did you hear 2 clicks?
Yep.
Okay, now we got our memory in.
Yay!
So we can put this aside for
And
now. We can
Grandpa.
save this.
Grandpa, wait. I love the rainbow in the back.
Oh, good, good. You're going to see
It's
colors.
just like your computer.
You're going to see
computer.
colors on this when
Oh.
we turn it on. Yeah.
Is it rainbow?
It can be if you want.
Oh, sure. I want rainbow.
Okay, now got to put the M2 drive. Now I got to figure out which one that we need to put. Okay, I looked it up, and this is the M2-1. It's the primary M2 slot. You can actually put a really long M2 drive in there.
And it's my birthday tomorrow. My birthday party, really.
Oh, good. So what I'll do is I will put in this standoff into the right position for that M2 size I have. I have a slight pair of pliers. Tighten it. And now I have the little screw here. Okay. So I have a magnetic screwdriver, which I highly recommend. And I will put this on the screwdriver. And now it's ready to go. Okay. So let me get the M2 drive. I have it in this case here. I will open it up. Whoops, upside down. There we go, the Sabrent. This is where all of your programs can get stored. So it keeps it, so it remembers all your programs, okay? This is called your storage, M2 storage. We put
Can I
this in
help
here.
you put it in?
Yeah, why don't you take it and I'll guide it. I'll hold it like this and try to get it right into there. A little bit higher. And push it in. Wiggle it and push it in. There we go. Now it's in.
But why is it like going on?
And now it's spring loaded. Now I'll put the screw on. I'll let you tighten it.
Okay.
Here, you tighten it.
I'm sorry.
See?
Yep.
There you go. Make sure it's tight. Keep going. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And there we are. We have that. Now we're going to be putting in the cooler that we bought for that. Remember the thing you wanted that can go rainbow?
Yeah.
Let me take that out.
I love rainbow.
Okay, I'm taking this out of here and we'll put it on.
You can do it by yourself, Grandpa.
Okay, it's in there. And now we got to put the screw over here. Like this. Put the screw in there and we
Wait,
get it
gonna
back in place. You
tighten
want
it?
to tighten it? You got to tighten it.
Wait, it's really...
Did you get it?
It's okay, I got it. I'm getting it.
That's it. You got it. You got it. It's all nice and tight. And when we plug it in, we're gonna have to put this to the connectors on the motherboard later.
Can we try later?
Yeah, we will. We're gonna test it out before we put it into the case.
Later means like after this.
No, we still got some more things we got to do with this. you
I
know.
like the screws, Grandpa.
I know, they're nice, right?
Yeah. And I like yellow.
Okay, so now we got that all done. So we got to put the cooler on. Let me put this aside. We got to open the cooler up. Okay, now it's time for the cooler. Okay, so we're going to take the cooler out of here. This is the Vitro.
And this is beautiful when you turn it on.
Yes, it'll be
because
all the
it's
pretty
rainbow.
colors too. Yeah. Yep, it'll be all rainbow.
Yep.
Let's get this thing out of here. Wow, it's got a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of stuff. I may have to study how to install this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the fans.
When it spins, it's going to be rainbow.
It's got the fan for the CPU on there. This is the actual cooler for the CPU. It's got a protected thing over here. Okay, let's try to understand what we have to do here.
Yep.
Put this over here.
Why do we have that?
To keep these things from bending.
Oh.
You see these things here? We don't want them bending, so that's why it's got a cushion underneath it.
Feels liney.
Yeah, it feels funny, doesn't it? What do we got here? Do we have instructions in here?
I always call silly things.
Let's see what we got.
My dad always says that. I'm silly.
Oh, it comes with thermal paste. These are to hold the fan on. These are screws to hold that on.
Grandpa, you had the
I got a sticker there. Okay, that came off from somewhere.
It came off from this.
Okay. I'm going to have to read the instructions and figure out what we have to do to... Hopefully they're in the box here. Here they are. They're in the box, the instructions for this. I'm going to have to go ahead and read this and find out how to install it, and then we'll continue, okay? Now it's time to put the cooler on. Now I already went through and put the AMD brackets that are needed onto the cooler. And of course, Natalie helped me.
Yes.
Yeah, she screwed them in.
Yes.
So we're doing good. Now what I have to do is take this bracket off from both sides. We're going to use the same back plate, but this bracket has to come off. So there's 2 screws on each side. Now we got to do is we got to clean this and we got to take that paper off. So the paper has to come off the bottom and we have to clean that. Just unpeel it.
It's hard.
Yeah, pull it off. And we got to clean that. Keep going.
We really got to clean it.
There we go. So I got alcohol here.
Oh, it's sticky, yeah.
Yeah, so I got to use alcohol to clean it. Let's clean this. First we'll clean this one, look. I'll clean the CPU.
Okay.
Take this and...
Can I clean the CPU?
Take that and squish it around there with 2 fingers. Get it all clean, nice and clean. That's good enough. And it dries real fast because it's alcohol. And then we do the other one. Put more alcohol on.
Grandpa, the top is closed.
I know, I'm gonna... It's open.
Oh.
Look, and we put this...
And can I rub it?
Yeah, good. You start.
Ah.
Oh, careful. Gotta really get that one off with that sticky stuff on it. Okay, let me help you.
I just want to see it. That alcohol smells gross.
Yes, it does. I know. But it's really good. It does a good job cleaning it. See, it makes it nice and polished.
Can I do it?
Okay, this is the last time and we're done. Okay, good. Now this goes in. So now that that's done, now we gotta put what's called the thermal paste. This stuff has to go on there. I know.
Stinks.
I know. Let's put this on now. We got to put this on. So for this one, we're going to put a big thing right in the middle.
Is that glue?
No, it's called thermal paste.
What's paste mean?
It's like sticky.
Sticky.
So we put a thing in here like that. And then we can close
Don't
it
let
up.
drip. Don't let it drip.
No, don't let it drip. This has to go down on top.
Foil paste.
See this? This has to go down on top.
Is that glue?
Onto those 4 things.
Does it stay?
Yeah, we got to screw it now.
Oh gosh. Oh, it scared
We
me.
got to screw it down. Let me get this screwdriver.
Scaring me.
Let me start it. So now your cooler is on there. Now, we got one more thing to do. Okay, let's get the fan on top of the cooler. Okay? Now, one thing, do you see like an arrow here?
Yes.
Which way is it pointing?
Pointing
That way.
this way.
That means the air is going to go that way.
Oh.
So we need to put it on so the
Then
air
it goes
goes into there
here.
and then out the computer, the back of the computer. So it's got to go like this. Okay, and I put the wires here, so this is where we're going to plug the wires in over here. Yeah. But the way it holds on, this is interesting. We got to put these springs over here. These are springs that will hold the fan onto the cooler. Okay, so you're going to be a good computer for my granddaughter?
Yes.
For Natalie, are you going to be a good computer? You won't break or anything?
No, it won't, Grandpa.
Okay, good.
I know it's not going to break and sting.
Okay, there we go. We'll put the springs on, and we'll bring it over. And we got to pull this over like that. Let me turn this around and do the same thing here.
I love this
So we
color.
gotta
Light blue is my favorite.
and we put that in here. It's blue.
Yeah,
Okay.
light blue.
And we
See,
gotta put this here.
There's dust on this.
There. The fan is on.
There's dust on this.
Okay. There's the fan. It's on now.
Dust there.
Okay. It's okay. It'll be fine.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have to plug these into the right place, but let's not do that right now. Okay. Well, now we got to connect up some of these wires because we're gonna do a desk check of this. I want to turn it on over here. So before I do that, I got to make sure that all these connections are right. This one only has RGB.
Yes.
That's the colors that'll be on that
Yeah.
on that thing that you like, rainbow.
Yeah, I like rainbow.
And so we got to plug this into this part right here, the RGB connector over here.
Let me try.
Be very careful. Those pins are very careful. There we go.
I wanted to try.
Now we got to connect this one over to that. Okay, so that they're going to be running at the same time. Okay. So I got it so that I took the cover off. Look.
Yeah.
And I'm going to plug this into here. So now we should be able to see.
How's it going to turn on?
Now we got to put the power supply on. So I'm going to stop the video. We're going to put the power supply on. And then we'll continue with it once it's ready to be powered on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now we have the power supply attached to it. So Natalie, you want to see what this looks like?
Yeah.
We're going to try to turn it on. First thing I have to do is turn the power supply on. Oh, that's a good sign. I see lights on the motherboard over here. That's good. Now, according to the manual, I have to short out these two pins to get it to start. So let me try doing that. Hey, there it is. It came up. Let's see if it comes on the screen here. I got a screen connected to it. Let's see if it comes up on the screen. There it is. Oh, there we are. We're into the BIOS. So it came up. It has the latest motherboard. It has the memory. It has the speed. Yes, you can say it. Yeah, you can come over here, but let's move this. It's up and running. Let me bend it down again to the motherboard, and we can see what it looks like. Okay? It's looking good. Wow. Do you like it?
Yeah, I really
You see all the pretty colors? It's got the rainbow just like you wanted. Over here on the cooler for the M2 drive. The power supply has its RGB, the memory, and of course, if I tilt it, you can see the fan that's on the CPU cooler has RGB. And they're all with rainbow, right? And it's up and running, and we're good to go. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is get this all inside the case. So that'll be the next step. But for now, we're going to end this video here, knowing that we got it all together, the motherboard and all the parts. And we'll make another video for the other thing, okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?